exists a race among the leading armed forces of the world to expand their submarine fleets. Do you think that the submarines are getting more lethal and stealthier day by day?
Firstly, thank you very much for inviting me on for this new initiative of yours. I follow DRAS very closely, and I'm very impressed with some of the work that it does. So I do consider myself privileged to be on this panel. Thank you very much, and thanks also for your kind introduction. Coming down to the subject per se, yes, we have noticed in the last few years that more and more nations are investing in submarine capability. Now, submarines are platforms that are expensive to build, expensive to maintain, and expensive to operate. So not all navies can afford to have submarines, but all those who think they can look at it as a very aspirational capability to develop their maritime security construct. Particularly in the Indo-Pacific region, when the Cold War ended in 1989-90, it was expected that the importance of anti-submarine warfare and submarine warfare would recede because they didn't seem to be a threat since the threat of the Soviet Union had disappeared. But as the the focus shifted to the littoral, and with China's rise, the global geopolitical center of gravity shifted to the east, to the Indo-Pacific, and China's own belligerent maritime sort of attempt to dominate the waves. Nations realized that submarines was a very important capability that was required to check and blunt the dragon. And so one finds that if you really notice in the last few years, there are numerous navies, whether it's Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, Australia's ordered 12 submarines, South Korea, Japan, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and now we've just given a submarine to Myanmar. So all these navies in the last 8 to 10 years have augmented their submarine capability or are in the process of doing so. And the reason for that is with technology having become, with so much technology now, the surface of the sea has become very transparent. So if surface ships are to operate at sea, large frigates and destroyers, they become very vulnerable because they can be tracked by satellites, they can be tracked by aircraft, they can be tracked by other ships, they can be tracked by submarines. So anywhere they go, their movements are known. It is only submarines which can operate well below the water, stealthily, silently. They pack a huge weapon punch. They become far more lethal. They become far more silent. And so they remain the last sort of offensive cutting edge of any navy. And that is why one notices more and more nations are investing in submarines. In fact, Europe had started cutting down its armed forces over the last few years. But in the last 3 to 4 years, again, Denmark is looking at submarines. Sweden is ordering new submarines. Norway has ordered new submarines. Germany is building new submarines. France is building new submarines. So submarines are definitely going to be the offensive, like I said, the offensive cutting edge of a navy's capability, and this is likely to continue for the next few years. Definitely so.